Hey guys, what's going on? Stop doing this. Just stop doing it. Stop doing this and do this instead. What am I talking about? Stay tuned.
She's here to shine a light, meet new people, touching lives, create community.
Your passion set on fire, energy sends you higher.
Dreams are reality.
Just Jamie.
Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, Jamie Alexander here. So first, I want to say Happy International Women's Day. Let me start with that because my women, okay? I have such amazing relationships and friendships with women. I don't know where I would be without the women in my life. Like, for me, especially you guys know what I do, being a group coach for, single Black women over 30, going from hopeless to helpless in love, hopeless to hopeless, helpless to hopeful, because we ain't trying to stay in hopeless. No, we are not. But being that is my thing, that is my love, that is my passion. Getting together in women's circles, retreat, everything that we do, our conversations, our text messages, our research, our findings and connections and kicking it and everything. Like, every day is International Women's Day for me. But today is the official day, so happy International Women's Day. I hope you guys all got you some good girlfriends and are honoring them today while we have a chance. Let's jump into this topic. Stop doing this and do this instead. So you guys know I am always sharing with you light, gems, instruction, tools that you can use and keep in your toolbox to make your life better, easier, happier, more aligned, and more tolerable. Because sometimes life be so intolerable, but that's okay. We all go through things. And what I've been really working on lately is managing my emotions. So I wanted to talk to you guys about negative thought patterns. So stop doing this. This isn't the stop doing this. So I want you to know that you're normal. If you feel negative, because a lot of the times we do our self-work, we do our therapy, we read our books, we do our prayer and meditation and all, whatever it is that we do. And then we still have moments where we feel negative. And then we feel guilty for feeling negative because it's like, I'm doing all this work, I'm supposed to be positive and it's not working. But our emotions and negativity are not bad. It's only bad if we perceive it as such. So let me explain. First of all, our emotions are fleeting and unpredictable. Okay, so those are good things. Just because a feeling comes up, I like to call it letting your thoughts go by like cars on a freeway. You don't have to get in every car. So you're going to feel things. They're unpredictable. We don't know when a car is going to go by. We don't know when a moment is going to be had or when a thought, but we don't have to latch on to the feeling and then assign something negative that we perceive as negative, I'll get into it, in our lives to that feeling and then hop in the car and let it take us all the way down the freeway to the next state. We can just watch it go by like, what was that? Oh, I don't know. Nuh-uh. We do not have to get involved with every feeling, emotion, and thought that crosses our mind. Stop doing that. Okay? They're fleeting. If you don't get in the car, it's going to go by and go on about its business. But once you jump in the car, once you jump on the feeling, once you try to assign the feeling this, oh yeah, this did happen to me yesterday, or I did go through this, or I am feeling like this because, this is where the negative spiral begins. When you could have just been like, oh, I'm feeling sad right now. So stop doing that. Let's change our perspective about negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions, right? Because pain is an indicator, right? If you have a pain in your body, that's a good thing because then you know to go to the doctor, right? If you couldn't feel it, would you even know that there was an issue to be addressed? Just because we have a negative thought doesn't make you a bad person. Just because we have a negative thought, it doesn't mean our life is over and all of these things. But it can be an indicator that we need to let go of a person, a situation, or disempowering beliefs and a disempowering story. It's an indicator. So if we can look at it like an indicator and have that moment, we'll be good. We can look at the negative thought, not let it take us down the rabbit hole, but just scan ourselves to see what it is. What are we thinking about? What is that about? How's that? But we can look at it objectively, just like you would look at a car going by on the freeway objectively without getting in. You can just look at it and name it for what it is. A lot of the times we say, I'm sad, I'm angry, but we can't be sad. We can have the feeling of sadness, but you are not sad. So there's just some things we need to remove ourselves from and look at a little bit more objectively, as if you're watching it, so that way you can have perspective on it and you can get a handle on it. Because once you get in that car and go down the street of those negative emotions, now you're spiraling, now you're depressed. Now the disempowering story that you had has become your identity. And this is where we get stuck, and this is where we get caught up, and it's unnecessary. So stop doing that. Do this instead. When you notice that you're feeling it, realize that you had the thought, the negative emotion, and fill it with something else. Nature abhors the vacuum, okay? So if you remove the negative feeling, replace it with something. If you're feeling nervous about your finances and you start to get that feeling and you get that negative thought, oh, I can't do this, or all that, stop yourself in your tracks and remove that thought. 9 times out of the 10, the feeling with the thought will go away, because emotions are fleeting. We just don't allow them to be, because we bring them in and ring them in and let it take us down the entire path and make it part of our identity. It's fleeting. So once you remove that thought, oh, my finances, I can't do this, I can't do that, remove that and replace it with something else, because nature abhors the vacuum. A lot of the times we just be like, stop thinking negative, and try to just stop thinking. And we don't give ourselves a chance to replace it with anything. Okay, this is something that I talk about in my group coaching program, SASSY. One of the S's in SASSY is supplanted, to supersede and replace. Okay, nature abhors a vacuum. If you take something away, you need to fill it with something. So if you stop your negative thinking pattern, fill it with something positive. I have plenty of money. I'm always provided for. Everything I need is always shows up for me. Do I have everything I need? Yeah, I always have everything I need in the moment, whatever it is that it's going to be. But this is something that you're going to build as you start to look at your negative thoughts objectively and be conscious about making the shift. So that way you do this enough times, your entire life gets better. Over time, the repetition of replacing the negative thought pattern with something more positive, not leaning into it, not jumping in the car and going all the way down the road with it and making it your identity now because you spent so much time with it. Once you remove it when it happens and put something else in place, your life incrementally gets better. It has no choice but to. This is universal law. These are universal truths. They do work and it will happen. There's no way it wouldn't get better for you. So I just wanted to share that. This is something that I've been implementing and I like the results. I feel more powerful. I feel more in charge of my life. I feel less guilty about feeling negative, but I also am giving myself a chance to not be so angry and negative about certain things that I keep perpetuating it when it comes in, and then I keep affirming it and letting it live, and then it becomes part of me, and now I'm just mad. Now I done exasperated a situation that might have been small, but because I fed the beast, now the situation is bigger than it needed to be when it really could have been removed altogether. This is how you stay free. This is how you stay open. This is how you stay light. This is how you stay blessed. So I just wanted to share that. I hope you got something from it. I will be going live in about an hour with Inyatu Marvel. He is a dating and relationship consultant. And you guys know pretty much we come on every Wednesday at 7 Central Time, 5 Pacific Time, 8 Eastern Time. to give a male and female's perspective on a video that we have seen on Instagram. So today we are talking about why good girls are boring. So I want to make sure that you tune in. If you like this and got something from it, please like the video, share, subscribe, send it to a friend, send it to somebody you know is always depressed, somebody who's always crying about something, somebody who just can't seem to get out of the loop of negativity. Send this to them and give them an opportunity to shift their mindset just a little bit. It only takes a little bit. I always tell the story about being on a boat, and you can have your destination when you begin. But if you change the direction by 1 degree, by the time you get to where you're going to be in a completely different destination. A lot of the times we think there's this grandiose exorcism that we need to obtain a better life, when really it's one small thing. So you can stop your negative thinking pattern in its tracks. And since nature abhors a vacuum, you replace it with something good and call it a day. There's nothing wrong with you. It only becomes depression when you allow that negative thought to take root within you, when you give it an assumption, a reason to live, breathe, and thrive. You don't have to do that. Emotions are fleeting. Watch it go by like a car on the freeway and go live your best life. Okay? If you guys want to connect with me, if you are a woman, I would love for you to join the Sassy Tribe. You can click the link in my description. You know, I am dedicated to sharing everything I know. If you are stuck in overthinking, burnout, performing for others, proving yourself, a stupid loop with these stupid guys you keep attracting and dealing with, anything of that nature, get with me. Let's talk. I have a Getting to the Root coaching program, but right now I'm offering, especially on International Women's Day, a free call with me. It's 20 minutes. Again, you can click the link below and let's connect. Let's level up. You know what I'm saying? All of these old things, your old identity, this old stuff, it's got to go. And if you're unsure why you keep perpetuating the same stuff in your life, like, join me and let's get to the root, pull that thing out, and you can go and live your best life. I love you. Thanks for watching. See you in about an hour. En una hora. Gracias. Bye. Let me play my outro. What are we doing?